M.J. Carter, one of the leading backs, along with Jeremiah Allen.
Carter runs mostly, Merle, he's mostly a wide receiver.
Yeah, he runs.
They stick him on the wing every now and then and bring him on a reverse, but now he's got really good speed.
The Dudley twins are both carry the ball some, along with Shane Askew.
But they play a pair football game. Honecker's playing Northwood next week, Merle.
Oh, is it Northwood?
Yeah, and that's the game that we'll have on WXLZ next week.
Captains are out there now talking with the officials. Coin toss should be made here in just a moment.
One thing about it, if we were on television, we could show you a really beautiful sunset.
That's for sure.
Hanging over White Stadium now. It's a really pretty sight out there. Mostly orange.
A lot of blue and orange. Blue sky mixed in with orange clouds.
All right, Castlewood won the toss, Merle. They have deferred.
So the
Pioneers will get the ball to begin the game.
See which way they're going to set up. Well, they never did say, but we'll see here in a moment where they go. Now they're turning them around. Castlewood will defend the east goal. They'll kick off to Lebanon. They'll be defending the west goal. Lebanon will be going from our left to our right on the radio dial, as they say.
Yeah. I never could exactly figure that out, though.
They had just a little bit of a joke, maybe.
Yeah, I know it. Anyway, we've proceeded with the coin toss, and I think the Pioneers are getting ready to come on the field.
We'll have a national anthem here too, Jamie, in a moment.
Yeah, we will take a break for that, but I thought we'd hold off here just a minute till both teams get out on the field.
Maybe a little gamesmanship
I believe
here.
everybody's waiting on the other one, but I think the Pioneers need to come on the field first because being the visitors.
They're lined up down there, look like they're ready to come on at any moment.
Meanwhile, we've got no action going on here at Castlewood.
Kickoff a little bit late, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah, we're going to be several minutes late here with our kickoff.
Not sure what the holdup is now. The officials out on the middle of the field just waiting. Here come the Pioneers now onto the field.
The Pioneer band kicks up, as you can probably hear. And Castlewood heading out on the field now, too.
Pretty good crowd here from Castlewood.
Yeah, we got a pretty good home crowd here from Castlewood.
Lebanon fans have followed pretty well as well.
I think so, too. You know,
everybody expecting a pretty good game here.
Not having won a game, the Pioneers are pretty faithful with their football team. I thought the crowd was going to be kind of sparse against Graham there last week, but they kept filtering in, and we ended up with a pretty good home crowd. Okay, we'll take a 2-minute break and be back with the opening kickoff. We kick off for the Pioneers, and doing the play-by-play, Merle Allen.
Jamie Dalton Fields will do the kicking for Castlewood. He'll be the kickoff man back deep for the Pioneers. Looks like I'm not sure. Can't see the numbers.
Can't see the number back there.
I think Casey Martin's one of them back there.
Yeah, I think so, and I can't remember who the other one is.
Anyway, we're about set to go, and Fields waiting for the whistle. And there's the whistle, and Fields approaches the ball and kicks it straight down the middle, picked up back there on the bounce by the other man on the kickoff team on the far side, and that was
number 15, Merle. That's
Zach Hurdig. Hurdig on the carry, and he gets upended there. A good tackle, flipped up in the air, and he gets it back to about the 26-yard line, it would appear. And it'll be 1st and 10 Pioneers from their own 26.
Also like to welcome ARC TV to our broadcast tonight. Ernie Binko on the camera.
Pioneers have been running out of a under center with the power I, but this time we're in the shotgun, and White throws it quickly out to the left of the receiver who's got it and gets across the 30 before he's tackled there. Jeremiah Allen with the tackle. Couldn't see who that receiver was either, Jamie. It might have been Hurry on the receiving end of that.
We'll have a better view of these numbers, I think, as it gets a little bit darker.
McLaughlin goes out wide to the left. Now everybody else in tight and they're in that power I set with White goes under center, and he hands it to the first back through there, and that was Fisher Martin, I believe.
There was.
He picks up about 3 more yards, 4. It's going to be 3rd and about 7 or 3rd and 8.
Well, about.
Or 3, I mean.
Yeah.
About 3rd and 3 now.
Yeah, that's what we'll call it there.
Ball is at the 34-yard line. Still in the power I now. Under center again, White. And he hands it to the back through on the left side and gets out near first down yardage. I'm not sure, but I think he has enough for first down. What do they mark it down? It is first down. 1st and 10 Pioneers from their own 37-yard line. Ball over on the left hash mark. It's across the field from us. Alden Ward comes out wide to the left, or to the right now, along with Casey Martin. 2 wide outs on the far side. Coming in motion is Smith. Now the throw out to the left side, and that is McLaughlin out there now. And he gets the pass and gets it about 8 yards, it would appear, on that play.
Yeah, got it up to the 45, Merle, so gain of about 8 on that play. It'll be 2nd and 2 for Lebanon from their just across their 45-yard line.
Pioneers in their first possession of the game. Of course, no score yet. McLaughlin comes out wide to the right. Everybody else in tight in that power I. And White pitches to the tailback going to his left. And he gets near the first down marker and looks like he gets past it over on the far side. It's going to be enough for the Pioneers' first down. I can't see who carried that one, Jamie.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time seeing those numbers.
Alden Ward, one of the backs in there, along with Casey Martin. Now they line up in that power I again with McLaughlin out wide to the right, and a handoff to the fullback through this time, and he gets a couple of yards. That's about it.
I think that was Martin there.
Yeah, that was Fisher Martin on the carry.
Gain of about, I don't know, 2.5, 3 yards. We'll call it 2nd and 7 for the Pioneers. The ball just over the midfield stripe on the Castlewood side of the line of scrimmage. Spread formation this time, Merle.
From the shotgun now, White retreats, throws it out the left, had a man wide open. He can't catch it, and I believe it was intercepted by Castlewood. Intercepted by the Blue Devils, as you can hear the crowd announcing that fact.
Bounced off the receiver there and intercepted by a Castlewood back. Not sure exactly who that was, so the turnover bug continues to plague Lebanon. They make pretty good drives there, you know, pick up 3 or 4 first downs and then get a penalty or they turn it over something. That's been one major problem all year with the Pioneer offense.
Interception was made by Colin Dudley, Jamie, and Castlewood quickly to the line now, lined up in that single wing set. Direct snap back to Jeremiah Allen. He takes it off the right side, student body to the right, and Allen gets out near first down yardage, and it's going to be.
Looks like to me he's got a
looks
first
like
down.
A first down to me. It is first down, 1st and 10 Castlewood from the Lebanon 46-yard line. Jeremiah Allen, one of those backs in there. The other one up there with him is Colin Dudley, or Candler Dudley.
We got a dead ball foul there.
Whistle and a flag thrown. See what the call is. Offside Lebanon. That'll be a 5-yard gain for the Blue Devils and move it to the 41-yard line of the Pioneers, where it'll be 1st and 5. Now here comes Jeremiah Allen to the left after the snap. He gets good running room, cuts it inside, barrels his way down, breaking tackles inside the 25-yard line of Lebanon. 1st and 10, Castlewood. Jeremiah Allen. Allen's a 6'1", 205 junior, and he's a pretty good load.
We got a flag up here at the 40-yard line, Merle.
I believe that's going to go against the Blue Devils. They're already walking back. Holding against Castlewood.
I think they'll mark that one from the spot.
That'll be a costly foul for Castlewood, because they're marking it from the 40 all the way back to midfield. It's going to be set down right on the 50-yard line, where it'll be 1st and about 13 for first.
Castlewood lines up in that T.
A single wing.
But they use one wing back there.
It's actually a single wing formation. Direct snap to Allen. He goes off the right side again, dragging one tackler with him and finally knocked down after a short gain. And a flag on the play again.
Yeah.
Flag down on the near side here by the linesman.
Probably an illegal formation.
We'll wait and see. Illegal procedure against the Blue Devils. Somebody moved too quickly, I suppose.
Pioneers refused that penalty. So Castlewood picked up a couple of yards on that carry down to the Pioneer 49-yard line.
Sophomore Landon Taylor to the sideline getting the play. He brings it in to Allen, and Allen makes the call. He's the tailback in that single wing.
It'll be 2nd down and either 12 or 13 to go here for a 1st down.
Shane Askew out on the left wing. Snap to this time the snap is to Dudley. Colin Dudley, he runs to the left, and he's thrown for a loss of about 2 or 3 yards, but another flag on the play.
I think Logan Smith, the man that slowed him down that time.
Flag was back in the Lebanon side of the formation, but it looks like they're marking it off against the Blue Devils again. As Castlewood holding against Castlewood again. They're really hurting themselves with the penalties, Jamie.
That'll take the ball back to the 41-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and a long way. The PA man said 24, Merle. I won't argue with him.
It's at least that much, isn't it? There's 5, 10.
That's about right.
That's about 21, looks like to me. Now the snap is to Allen. He hands it to Askew coming off the wing. Askew around the right side now, a little misdirection. And he gets it to midfield before he's dropped over there.
So picks up about 9 on that carry. It's going to be 3rd down and still about 15 yards to go, I think, for a 1st down.
Kept music from his linebacker position all the way over there to make that tackle. It'll be 3rd and about 14. So Castlewood dug themselves into a hole here, see if they can get out of it. Lebanon probably not used to this formation. They get 2 wideouts to the left, 1 to the right. Now back to pass. And a throw over the middle, complete. That's Colin Dudley hitting
Jacob Vance
in the middle. And that's going to be enough for the 1st down, Jamie. 1st and 10, Castlewood from the 35. Big play for the Blue Devils.
He was wide open out there, too.
Good throw by Colin Dudley.
I think Vance was one of the wide receivers and broke wide open there about the 37-yard line. He was tackled pretty quickly, but had yardage for the first down. Castlewood with 2 wide receivers here to the left, and we've got another flag.
That's a substitution foul, isn't it? Got 12 people out there on the field. They say them.
That marks them back to the 40-yard line.
They got 12 players on the field. That's the problem. And I believe they've still got 12 out there.
I haven't seen anybody come off if they've got 12.
Now, Landon Taylor coming off now.
That makes it 1st and 15 for Castlewood. They've already been penalized for about 40 yards, I think.
At least, but able to move the ball and make up for most of that. Dudley in the backfield now. He'll take the snap, and he hands it to the wing back coming off of the left side. Running inside the 30.
M.J. Carter on that carry, Merle.
Carter's not a very big boy, but good speed.
They had
5'10", 155.
They had him split slightly out to the right there.
Comes on a jet sweep and gets down inside the 30-yard line.
Picks up about 10 yards. It's going to be second and about 5 for Castlewood.
Yeah, second about 4 or 5. I'd say 4.
I guess it's 4, yeah.
Now Allen back in there to take the snap on this single wing, and whistle blows and stops again. Timeout Lebanon. We'll take a timeout with them. We've got 5:22 left in the first quarter. No score. We'll be back in a moment. You're listening to high school football action on 107.3 WXLZ. All right, well, we come out of the timeout. Castlewood with a third down now. They had a second.
Gave the ball to Askew, I think. He's going to lose, I don't know, 2 or 3 yards.
Yeah, Askew got it and was hit immediately in the backfield and then stormed over by the Pioneer defense. I'm not sure who made that first hit, but now Castlewood with Allen taking the snap with Fields and Colin Dudley back there with him, or Candler Dudley. Allen runs to the right now, runs into his own man, breaks a couple of tackles, and gets down close to first down yardage. We'll wait and see if he picked it up. I think he's a little short, Jamie, but I get a pretty good mark. It may be a first down.
I believe he's about a yard short, Merle.
I thought he was at first. It
actually looks like closer to 2 yards, so it's going to be a big 4th down for Castlewood. The ball at the Pioneer, 28-yard line?
Yeah.
27 maybe.
About to 27, I think. There's a handoff in the backfield to Dudley, and it looked like the ball came loose, and maybe the Pioneers got it. I think the ball came loose, didn't it? No, Castlewood fell on it, and they're going to have enough for a first down. One of the linemen there fell on that one.
Ball just inside the 25-yard line. Castlewood will have it 1st and 10 from the Pioneer 24-yard line. We played 8 minutes here in the first quarter, no score. Castlewood threatening definitely now.
Looks like Allen now with everybody else on his left. He got single wing left, and Allen's going to run to the left, and he's grabbed from behind and finally slung down. Well, they kept dragging a couple of Pioneers defenders with us. He's hard to get down, Jamie.
Yeah.
Like he just picked up a yard, maybe. They're going to give him a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd and about 8.
Ball is at the Pioneer 22-yard line. Pioneers got the kickoff, moved the ball out to midfield, and had an interception. Castlewood's overcome a bunch of penalties on this drive to keep it alive.
Allen takes a snap, and it goes over his head. They have to rush back and get on it. Back all the way back at about the 31 or 32-yard line.
And one of the Pioneer players comes and piles on the fellow who recovered.
Late hit, and there's a flag. And
recovered the fumble. I mean, it was obvious.
Yeah, Castlewood had the fumble recovered after the bad snap.
That'll cost the Pioneers probably half the distance to the goal.
They're going to move it all the way down inside the 20. Looks like about the...
just shy of the 15, I think,
maybe 16-yard line.
It's going to be 2nd and about 3 for Castlewood.
They got 3rd down on the marker over there. I think it's 2nd. Here's snap to Allen. He hands it to Dudley, and Dudley dragging a tackler with him. Castlewood runner's hard to get down. He takes it down.
That was Dudley there.
Yeah, it was Candler.
Oh, that was Candler Dudley.
And
so that's enough for a 1st down. The ball placed down
like
on about the 8-yard line.
7 or 8 yard line, 7-yard line maybe.
I think it is.
It'll be 1st and goal, Castlewood. Colin Dudley now back here with Allen. Allen tries to hand it to Colin Dudley and drops it. Ball on the ground. Allen picks it up, but unable to get out of the backfield with it. Going to lose on the play. It's going to be 2nd and goal from where? About the
9-yard line now, yeah.
2nd and goal, Castlewood about the 9-yard line. Castlewood going towards the west goal. Lebanon defending that goal. We go inside of 2 minutes in the first quarter with no score. It's Candler, Dudley, Fields, and Allen back there. Allen takes the snap. He's going to run behind the blockers to the right. Cuts it back inside and gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Castlewood. Made a good cut there, Jamie.
Yeah, a real good cut.
Jeremiah Allen with the touchdown. And we'll see what they do on the extra point try. Looks like Dalton Fields will kick. Can't see the number now of the holder. That looks like Jacob Vance going to hold. Vance will hold, and Dalton Fields with the try for extra point. They need to get a man out there, and they finally run one in there late. It's number 7. We do not have him on our roster, Jamie. Snap is a little high, but the placement's down. Kick is up, and it's good. Castlewood 7, Lebanon nothing. With 1:44 to go in the first period. We'll be back in a moment. You're listening to high school football action on 107.3 WXLZ. Castlewood kicks off, and the kick goes back to about the 15. This is Martin, and he runs it back to the 30 before he's down.
That was Casey Martin on the return. So the Pioneers will have it 1st and 10 from their own 30-yard line. We've got 1:38 left here in the opening quarter. Castlewood with a 7-0 lead.
Ball placed squarely on the 30. Some kind of setup. Casey Martin comes out wide to the right. McLaughlin goes wide to the left. Martin's going to stay inside tight end position. They got 2 backs in the backfield and or 3 backs in the backfield. Now the pitch is to the tailback running to the left. He breaks one tackle.
That's Logan Smith.
Logan Smith, hard-nosed runner, and he breaks 3 or 4 tackles and keeps getting yardage all the way down to up to about the 35-yard line.
He got that pretty much on his own too. He was hit deep in the backfield, got away, and
be 5-yard
gain, 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 on the left hash over there now on the far side from us at the 35-yard line. White's going to go under center again. Casey has got 3 backs in the backfield behind him. And they hand it this time to the tailback.
That's Ward, I think, Merle.
Ward, the ball on the ground, and I think a Pioneer fell on it.
They said he's down now.
He must have been down. He gets it to about the 38-yard line.
Yeah, picked up about 3 yards. It looks like to me it's 3rd and about 3, Merle. Maybe a little less.
Need to get it to about the 42-yard line. Staying in that power I set. White under center. Hands it this time to Smith. Smith breaking tackles, trying to get across the 40. Can't quite do it, I don't think. So he's going to be short first down.
He's very close to a first down. I think time's going to run out here in the first quarter, though. The Pioneers are a little bit short, but Coach Webb will have time to make a decision.
Ball's going to be on the 39-yard line, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. Our score, Castlewood 7, Lebanon nothing. We'll be back with second quarter action in a moment. You're listening to high school football on 107.3 WXLZ.